Hello everybody, it's Numismatics Stacker. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host Brian. Today, I went to the coin show today, and sometimes I have my doubts as a coin dealer, but not today. Today went beyond my expectations. Today I was at the Roseville coin show today, and it was pretty busy. I did do some footage inside. I also do my last ANACS submission unboxing in the show. And I'm gonna pinpoint a couple highlights of the show today and some purchases that I made. I'll pick at the end some of my favorite coins that I purchased, and also a little VAM search as a conclusion toward the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you in a little bit. Now, if you would like to support the channel, you can go to numismatics.com, visit my store, Super Coins. I have about a dozen coins on there for sale at pretty low prices. I have some updates coming soon. Links in the descriptions below. Well, everybody, I got my ANACS submission. We're going to do it right here, and then I'm going to work on pricing these out before the show starts. Yeah, we got a new display case. I'll brief on that a little bit here. So what do we get here? I graded it because it's beautifully toned. It was in a 2x2 flip. Not bad colors. It graded straight, which is nice. So beautiful luster on that. Very cool. I'm very happy with that. I'll put that right here. What do we get here? I think I got some VAMs that I discovered. This is a San Francisco 1878S. We got the VAM 22 doubled RIB. Let me put this right here so you guys can see that RIB up there. Look at that. I'm very happy. This is very close to the those other RIBs that I'm looking for, like the VAM 77 and VAM 111. So that's a great looking coin. I got $60. I paid $60 for this coin. The gray sheet in this grade in this VAM, I'm not kidding, it's about $400. Yikes. So I think since I got plenty of room, that might be a good crossover, but I'm debating the surface if that's been net graded. You know what I'm saying? When I look at that luster, kind of, you can't tell me I had an old cleaning or something like that. I wasn't expecting a straight grade at all. I was expecting some sort of a details grade on this, just to have that example for that VAM, which I love, and I enjoy looking for these things. I had a colleague of mine take a look at that coin, and their probability was thinking that they probably thought it was an uncirculated details, but they didn't want to put that on there, and they net graded it. Why? So I would have preferred to have it say AU details, because even though I paid $60 for the coin, $13 for the grade, plus a little bit for the VAM. I was expecting it to be about a $180 coin, and I'd sell it for $120 and still make a profit. But the gray sheet on that thing's $400. And I think it's kind of a bum grade. I'd be pricing that thing down to like $200 just to be very conservative. I don't feel like regrading that thing in a different holder. I've already gone through the ropes already. So, it's okay, but I don't like how sometimes they net grade things when I can definitely tell there's something disturbing the luster of that coin. I totally agree this is a cleaned one. So they actually graded it as a clean coin. So that's very good. We got a VAM 187. This is pretty rare. There's only one that's graded by PCGS. There it is, right there. I made a mistake. How can you keep track of all these VAMs? In my mind, I was thinking VAM 197. That's the one that's rare. The VAM 187, it's an okay VAM. It's just okay. It's just kind of cool. I'll show you the R on here. Yeah, look at that doubled R. Isn't that beautiful? If I can, I'll take another screenshot of this while I'm editing this video. And I apologize, guys. I have a little bit of laryngitis going on right now. A little bit of laryngitis. All right, I'm gonna try and get better. Oh yeah, we got our 20-cent coin back. Very nice. Got this raw, and I think one of these big shows. Can't remember. I've had it for a while, and I figured, well, we got to put this in a holder. Did she have a straight grade? Let's look at this thing. I kind of pinpointed this is kind of looks like a problem-free coin, and we got ourselves a VF30, so that's not bad. I think price between gray sheet and retail is around $200 to $300 on that bad boy. Understandably, when you go to a coin show and you're looking for a 20-cent coin, most of the time you're going to find them in 2x2 flips. It's nice to actually have a problem-free one that is actually graded. And it's a little bit higher than my expectations. I kind of figured it might have been a VF25, but she got a 30. So again, price range is between $200 and $300. It is negotiable somewhere in that range. I think it's going to be a pretty good piece of inventory that might move pretty well. Alright, so we're going to go over here. I graded this because I like the colors on it. It's another 1883, or, oh yeah, 980. I like the rim toning. I'm not necessarily going to add a little extra on that, but, you know, it's decent. It's attractive enough. I think it might do pretty good and belong in someone's coin collection someday. Especially mine, right? So, New Orleans, this is 83, I believe. Yeah, seems like those 1883 New Orleans, you get a lot of nice toned examples. That's beautiful. I love that. Graded for the color, and we got a straight grade, Mid-State 63 by ANACS, 1883 New Orleans. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. We got a couple more here. What do we got here? We got ourselves a New Orleans mint. Oh yeah, I didn't pay for VAM, but they did it anyways. I don't think that VAM means anything. I just had a really nice Morgan that I bought raw, and I just figured it belonged in a flip. Not in the flip anymore. I wanted to get it in a nice graded holder. Got a 64. Get 64 on that one. What do we got here? Got another Morgan. New Orleans. It's got the round O, so this is going to be a little later of a date. Oh, yeah. 1903 O. Okay, I want to talk about this one. You see how they graded it in Mid-State 64? I was so sure that should be a 63. What do you guys think? Because you see that mark on the cheek right there? It's kind of distracting, a distracting mark. But this side of the coin looks pretty darn good. Up here looks pretty darn good. But there's kind of a lot of strikes right there. I mean, this could have been easily a 63 in my opinion. I'm going to price it accordingly to a 63 price. But it's a pretty rare date, nonetheless. All right, we'll put that over there. We only got a couple more left here. Yeah, I've had this in my album for a while. Totally forget about stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got the Spitting Eagle. You can see the Spitting Eagle. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more here. Let's see if we can crispen that up. You can definitely see that spit on there. Flip it over. It's 1891. 1891 Carson City, VAM 3, top 100, AU 55 by ANACS. Not too bad. From my experience, I knew that it would have high probability of being a problem-free coin. I've graded many coins, Morgan dollars specifically, that had that same look, and they came back in AU 50 or 53 or 55 problem-free. So, and having that extra VAM was an awesome bonus. Not too bad. What do we got in here? We got, let's see. Oh, it's a penny. It's authenticated. Is it a straight grade or not? Let's see. Love the colors, by the way. Flip this over. Tooled? What? I wonder where that tooling would be. That little bubble look or whatever, that little circle right there, is that what you're talking about? I don't see any like shifting in the luster though, like if somebody messed with it. Oh, I'm starting to see it right below the jaw and the chin right there. You see how that really, they called that out. Yeah. I think it's just more of like a die clashing where like the metal kind of gets warped a little bit during the striking, but hey, they're the experts here. So to tell you the truth, I don't even know what to think. I kind of have mixed opinions on it. I kind of think it was a bum call on ANACS's part. I really don't see any disturbance in the luster that would make it like an artificial thing, like somebody was messing with that coin, you know, because I do see depressions in coins when they're struck. They're, you know, they're kind of like a die clash or something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll take it the way it is. And I just price it accordingly, I suppose, and keep a smile on my face and keep on moving forward. Okay, that's totally okay. So yeah, that's what we did today on all these coins, and I'm just gonna, through the rest of this video, I'm just gonna walk through what I have on my display case. I've kind of moved some stuff around here, and they're just giant, extra large, mega display cases here. So I moved all my things this way. Anything that's, you know, interesting, I wanted to bring it closer to the customers, and then I have all the discounted stuff right here, 10% off, and they're already pretty cheap. As you can see, we're not having any key dates in here, but we do have some beautiful tone items. As you can see, we have some room to move on those. Got some beautiful bills, beautiful pieces of art here, and I kind of shoved all my Mexican items here. Exception, that's in a centavo. I know it's not from Mexico, but I just had to put it somewhere. That's gorgeous. Yes, I hope I get a lot of attention on that today. And then we have all of these for sale, guys. I mean, I am bursting at the seams. I literally have 6 boxes of stuff that I gotta get moving so I can buy more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got some beautiful toners, guys. Beautiful. Price is negotiable. Okay, it's a good offer. I will accept it. I'm very, very cool with that sort of thing. Look at this. Just running out of the room. I figure I put some pages in here. And I got some silver for sale. You guys saw that on my latest video. We got the 2025s. We got opened up a fresh roll of 2019s. Got some 2 ounces and stuff like that. Germanias. It's pretty cool. Sold on all my 2024 American Silver Eagles, and I sold 5 of the 2025s. Only have 1 left. Got all these beautiful walkers I have. They got some older ones that came in, oldies but goodies. That's right. Yeah, let me go over there. Some new additions in there, and then, you know, it's just kind of my overfill. You know, where I'm at here, because I just got so much stuff. Kind of just lay these out. My back was hurting a little bit trying to lay these out, but I'm going to try and shift these out and space them out a little bit better. All right. Wow, guys, it's been really, really, really busy. We're having another deal here. What's up?
Here, you want that instead?
Yeah, let's swap that out. Here, I gotta. Thank gosh, this thing is unlocked. Okay. All right, if you want to do that, I'm gonna do a video. So this is one of Simon's buddies here, Jake. So,
Should be good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. So sold the 14D. Made a lot of money on it. In that, in doing so, I got a 5-ounce silver bar. Got these for $1.50 under melt. Okay, so we got 8 ounces of silver. 9 ounces of silver. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 ounces more added. You can see we got some gaps going on here. Sold a penny here. Sold a couple Carson Cities. We did a trade. Got some cash back. Got this bad boy right here. It's really beautiful. I may take this out at the end of the day, but I just have so much inventory. It's going to be quite a bear to get them out. But we got some customers, so I'm going to have to cut this video short. I'll be back. I have an announcement, everybody. You know, about a month ago, I got this one. I thought it was a pretty good deal, but then I see this other one. I had to have it. I haven't even changed the price yet. I got a special price on this thing. We got a $19.99 Onza. Dude, I mean, the 1998 is the lowest vintage. This is the second lowest. I seen over there was a 97, so it's just coming together today. And as a free gift, I got myself a really old 2 reals from Mexico. I can't even tell you the truth what date it is, but hey, it's free ancient Mexican silver. So I'm just kind of blown away. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, there was a lot of people asking about that, but got to have the right sort of buyers, like I said, and I'm truly believe that's going to occur eventually. So we're going to process these babies. So I'm just really happy. It's just the greatest show I've had in a long time. Really needed some success. So these, you're probably looking at these. I mean, that's pretty reasonable price on these things, considering the mount value of the gold itself. Now, I've had people that wanted, less money than that. I just couldn't do it. It's like, what's my replacement cost, right? So I'm glad I just stuck with my guns and just kept that. Somebody actually came in with a big wad of cash and bought them all because evidently I was one of the lowest prices at the show. Had a lot of fun today, guys. What can I say? It's just a very welcoming show. I really enjoyed it very much. By the way, fellas and fellettes watching this video, I hope you're enjoying that, and I hope you can smash that like button. I'd really appreciate that. So these are some of my favorite coins that I got today. This we're going to look under the microscope right now. I thought it was something really cool. Took me a while, but I figured it out. It is a top 50, and I'll show you the diagnostics on this bad boy. I'm just going to show you guys in real time why I love these coins. As you can see, we have a separation here, which clearly is going to mean that it's going to be the long arrow shaft. So you see this long arrow shaft here, but notice that there's a floating feather at the top. Thinking that, I've seen a 7/0 earlier today, which you would not see any doubling of the 8 tail feathers down here. There'd be 0, right? But you do have these big open fields, these gaps right here. But I want to see looking for a little die clash or scratches that go through here, correct? So then I go up here and I'm analyzing the die cracks. You see this die crack, very distinctive. And there's another die crack, and you can see how God is doubled right there. But this is your major diagnostic, your die marker for this coin. When you have a long knock, I want to look for this radial or circumferential die crack going around to here, and there's another one usually comes up through into here. So I look right here and I kind of see like a blobby metal. So I'm always looking for the VAM 86 doubled Liberty, which you're going to have a little thread-like pattern that is struck into the wing. Literally, you gotta look for that. It's a $1,000 coin. You can't miss that out. So we're going to flip it over to the obverse here so we can see the R right there. Isn't that cool? Very neat. You can definitely see how they accidentally had the letter I and they recarved the R over the top. Happened on many different die pairs. Look at how beautiful the doubling is in Liberty all the way through here. And you're not gonna, I do see some. You see that? I couldn't see that when I was at the show because I think it's weakly struck. Let's see if I can tilt. Yeah, that's the problem with this microscope. I'm trying to look for more doubling. I do see doubling there too. That's pretty nice. But then again, it's really neat to see this. I might have to double check on this thing, but I'm pretty confident that since we have a missing nostril, can't get this thing oriented right, missing nostril, and then we look at the date, I have to do it upside down, you're going to see a little rusty area, corrosion here. These are the filled dates. You have it here. I don't know why you can't see it so well on this microscope, but in the naked eye and the light, you can definitely see there's a disturbance inside here. Those are the 3 die markers, those die cracks on the reverse around the word God, These two 8s at the bottom of those two O's, the openings at the bottom are filled, and we have the open nostril that tells you it's a VAM 79. There we go, VAM 79. So what's it worth? Gray sheet is 110. That's what I got on the coin, which is crazy. So we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna show you guys. These are some of my favorite coins that turned out today. Graded that, turned out pretty good. I figure I'd be a little bit above middle of the road from what I called. If somebody wants to offer 250, I'll take it. I think I'm at about 175 when it was raw, and I graded it by ANACS, and you know what they charge. They don't charge too much. So I think 250 is pretty solid for a VF30 20-cent coin. This came in, this was part of a trade, so I sold a Carson City plus this. I bought this a little tiny, like 15 bucks above gray sheet. Not too much, right? Mint State 66. I have a lot of 1887s, and I was kind of, you know, thinking maybe I shouldn't buy. I have a lot of 1887s, but it's a Mint State 66. I don't have one this nice. And I look at the toning, that's killer. Very, very nice. I love that crescent moon, and you see how the light kind of dances right through that toning. It's not bad. Sometimes you can get toning and it's really like cakey and flat looking, and the light doesn't want to bounce through it. That's a cool coin. That's not bad. Looking at recently sold listings on eBay, average price is about $349. I think I knocked that out of the park. I think that might be, if somebody discovers that coin, I think it's not going to have a problem moving. And this, I mean, I know it's, I want 440 for it, you know. I'm kind of thinking, you know, it's a 1999 Libertad. It's very rare. You don't come across these very often at all. The reverse looks very nice. The obverse kind of has some unsightly toning. Overall, I think it's a marvelous shape. I just don't like the color. That's about it. I mean, heck, Mint State 68. It's a pretty high grade for a Libertad that people just, you know, they don't really like take care of them too much. They just throw them in a tube or in 2x2 flips. They pass a lot of hands, and a lot of times you're going to get them in Mint State 67 or 66. It's pretty nice to have it, and it's an ANACS holder, so it is what it is. Prices are negotiable a little bit, but I want to make sure I can cover myself on that. I do have a little room on that. So these are my favorite coins that I have so far today, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So everybody, my next show is going to be the Big Mac Daddy Earl Brown right in Brooklyn Center. So I'm sharing a table with Steve. Somehow, you know, I got the short end of the stick. There was no tables available. I wasn't notified that seating was being taken so swiftly. Nobody called me and said, "Hey, there's one table left, Brian. You want it?" So I only have room for one display case. So I'm picking 90 of my best coins that I have to maximize the space, and I think I'm going to do pretty good. You know, at least I got a spot. Plus, I'm not going to be alone. I got a buddy. So, I mean, it gets really, really busy at these shows. You need to take a break once in a while. You got to get some food, stretch your legs, you know. If you got some money coming in, you kind of want to walk the table. We take turns back and forth, and it's pretty cool. You know, we might find some amazing things out there. Also, I booked a table at Wisconsin. It's up in Eau Claire. Around a 2-hour trip for me to drive to Wisconsin. So I'm very excited to see new people and new inventory. And I think it's going to blow my mind. I'm really going to be excited to be there. And I believe Simon from Vanquig, Coins and Bullion, says he's going to be going around, I think, in Iowa that day. And he's going to swing by. Yeah, he loves this stuff so much. And by the way, support his channel. He's growing immensely. I think I'm going to start doing some giveaways as well. I got a couple coins in mind just for special occasions for this month. I'll let you guys know on the next video. I promise I'll start doing some giveaways soon. And hopefully you guys see some of my updated things that I have on numismy.com. Link will be in the descriptions below. And again, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next time. And check out some of these videos on the right side of my screen. Have a great one.